What is up, my beautiful people? This is R from DJR Union once again with another video, and let me just say that I am still enjoying the Demon Slayer set and everything that it has to offer. And just to show just how much I am enjoying this set, I am bringing to you guys another deck profile of Daki and her big brother Gyutaro.
Hello everybody. Now before we continue on with the video, I just want to go over this nice little website called EXPerts. For those of you who don't know, EXPerts is the website where you're able to come to view additional information for your favorite TCG card game. In our case, Union Arena. It has a lot of unique features, which includes the content hub, where you're able to view videos created by your favorite YouTubers, the public deck list, where you're able to view decks created by people all across the world, as well as my personal favorite, the deck builder, where you're able to select your favorite IP and then build a completely customized decks for all the cards listed below. So, without wasting any more time, let's continue on with the video.
Now to start this video off, we are going to be playing our 4 Warabihimes, or as we all know her to be, Daki. As you already know, this is going to be the main starter of the deck. This is going to be the main fodder of the deck that's going to lead into our higher plays. It's going to also be leading into our raid Dakis. And as such, we want to be playing 4 of her. Next, we're going to be playing her older brother, Gyutaro. Just as with Daki, since this is the main focus of the deck, we're also going to be playing for him as well. Also, he has a nice little neat trick where you pay 1 AP, you're able to draw an additional card. So, not only do you have your typical 1 AP draw at the beginning of your draw phase, but also during your turn, you can also activate the effect by paying an additional 1 AP. I found this effect to be extremely important and also extremely useful, especially going on into the layered game once you empty out your hand, or if you're starting at a rough start and your hand is completely empty anyway. He's really a good way to help refill your hand to be able to get another engine going. Finishing off our 0 drops, we're going to be playing 4 of the lower 4. Now, I really like playing the lower 4 as a 4 of, mainly because of the fact that when we get later on into the deck profile, there's going to be a particular card that we're able to use in conjunction with lower 4 to be able to get a lot of extreme value out of it and to be able to fuel our later plays. It does suck that it's not a trigger card, unfortunately, as the same thing with the Gyutaro, but we find that we're able to make our adjustments other ways or be able to compensate for that in other means, and thus the case I like rating 4 of the lower 4s. Moving into our 1 drops, we're going to be playing 4 of the 1 drops Dakis. I really do like playing this Daki, especially as a 4 of. It really does suck that she doesn't have a trigger ability, which we're going to notice a lot with this deck profile, but she does make up for it in the fact that when she's sidelined, you're able to dig 6 cards deep into your deck, and of course I love digging into my deck and be able to locate a Gyutaro card from among them and add it directly to your hand. Now, give and take, if you do choose to add a Gyutaro card to your hand, you must place 1 card from your hand to the sideline, which is not a bad thing because that also helps with a lot of cards that we're going to be showing later on in this deck profile. Moving into our 2 drops, we're going to be playing 4 of the We're Always Going to Be Together and I'm Never Going to Leave You. Now, I really like playing this card, especially like playing this card. Not because it's a draw trigger, or should I say draw trigger, but also because of the fact that with this card, you're able to dig 7 cards deep. 7 cards deep into your deck. Let that sink in. 7 cards deep. You already know I'm playing this card if I'm digging 7 cards deep. And also, you're not only able to find 1, but 2 cards from among them, a Daki and or a Gyutaro, and add them both to your hand. And to make it all the better, you don't have to put any cards into your sideline, you don't have to put any cards to the bottom of your deck, other than the cards that you reveal from the top of your deck, of course, but you basically get 2 cards from your deck for this 1 card. You're getting a 2-for-1 for yourself, and that's really good to me, and I really like playing it as a 4 hub. But also mention that you really don't have to play it as a 4 if you don't want to. You can easily take out 2 of them to play, let's say for example, Purge, which is another good valuable card in this deck, or if you want to be a little spicy with it, you can play the 4 energy cost, or is it the 5 energy cost Muzan that you normally see in a lot of the major Muzan decks. But overall, I really do like playing this card, and with the deck profile I'm currently running, I feel comfortable playing it as a 4 of. Speaking of Purge, we got 2 of these bad boys right here. Now, just the same as We're Always Going to Be Together, and even as the same as like the 1 energy cost Daki, I heavily like this card especially. One, it's a draw trigger, so of course, who doesn't want that? But two, it has an ability that when you use Purge, you will sideline one of your creature cards or character cards, and not only do you restand your AP, so you're playing this card for free, but you're also able to draw 2 more cards on top of that. Now, that to me is really strong, especially when you pair it up with cards like, say, Lower 4, which has a win sideline ability that you're able to draw an additional card. So, in combo with this play, you're just drawing 3 cards from your deck for free versus drawing 2, which is a lot of value. You can even also pair it with the Daki right here. So if you're not using this Daki for anything, you can just play Purge, kill this Daki, find your Gyutaro or find a Ray Gyutaro, that way you're able to further advance your plays. So I really like playing Purge. Like I stated earlier, you could just exchange the We're Always Going to Be Together for 2 of more of the Purge to play it as a 4 of. It's really not going to hurt the deck if you do. So yeah, I really like playing this card. Now moving into our 3 drops, we got the main lady of the hour. Not only sweet, but a little bit sour, we have the 3 energy cost Daki, our raid Daki. Now, this is one of the key components of the deck, and she works very well, especially in conjunction with having a Gyutaro on the field, because that during our turn, when a Gyutaro is on the field, she gets an additional 500 BP, putting her at 4K, which, with as much as this card digs into the deck, there's no reason why we shouldn't be able to find a Gyutaro to place out onto the field. But not only that, she also has a sideline ability that when she's sidelined, I'm able to discard a card from my hand into the sideline, and I can bring her back onto the field, set to resting. It works really well with how these characters play out, especially in the anime. You can't just kill one, you have to kill both of them in order to take care of the, yeah. I was fumbling up with my words a little bit, but yeah, you basically have to kill both of them in order to kill the demon, or else they're just going to keep coming back. And I really like this effect because it's a nice, good reminiscence of it. And of course, that's why we're playing 4 of the Dakis. Moving on to our next card, we're going to be playing 2 of the 3 energy, 2 cost Dakis. Now, I like playing this card as well, mainly because of the fact that she has both a win played and a win sideline effect. Pretty much what this effect does is that you're able to play up to 1 Gyutaro card with 3 or less required energy and 1 AP cost from your sideline, set the active directly onto the field. So this is a really good way to recycle your Gyutaro cards if they were to be like sideline, be destroyed, or be like say destroyed from being raided or anything of the sort. Going back to that idea of that you can't just kill one, you have to kill both of them, and one of them just helps out the other. So it's a really neat combo, and I really do enjoy playing it. And that's the case, I'm playing 2 of the 3 energy, 2 cost, 2 APs, I should say, Dakis. Next, we're going to be playing of the 3 energy, 1 action points, Gyutaros. Of course, you're going to be playing them as a 4 of, mainly because of the fact that he has a when played effect that once he's played, if you control a Daki, which 8 times out of 10 you probably are, he's able to draw a card into your hand while also sidelining the card from your hand as well. Now, this is another good way to be able to cycle through your deck to draw exactly what you need, while also fueling the sideline is for the what if Muzan that you're also playing to your deck to also capitalize off it to further advance yourself later on during the match. But not only that, it also is able to generate 2 additional energy, or I should say just 2 energy, so that way you're not struggling with gaining the energy or trying to supply yourself to be able to go into your later plays. More Muzan, we're going to be playing 4 of the 3 energy cards Muzan Geisha form. Now, this is your color trigger, and I am opting to play this Muzan over the 4 energy 2 action points Gyutaro color trigger, mainly because of the fact that this card is just so much better than the Gyutaro. And I really hate to say it, mainly because of the fact I really wanted to build a deck that's themed around the brother and sister, but every time I look at that card, I just say to myself, it's just not good. It's not worth the 2 AP for as little of its effect, which if I remember correctly, I think it's when a win played effect, you're able to sideline a character on your opponent's field with 3k or less BP, and I think it has a win sideline effect, you're able to dig 3 cards deep for a card, which is not bad, but it's not worth spending 2 AP for, because 1, it doesn't even come onto the field active, 2, it only kills 3k or less, which by the time you're putting that card on the field, your opponent's going to have 4 or 5k beaters already established, and you need to be able to deal with that as soon as possible. Not sitting here twiddling in your thumbs trying to play the Gyutaro just you're trying to be cute or fancy with it. So I just couldn't justify playing it, and I felt as though the Muzan is a much better card, and it also has an effect that once per turn I could just sideline another character to give it 1k BP, which is phenomenal because we have a lot of cards in our deck, the Daki and the lower 4, that benefits off of being sidelined. So with that, this is just to me a way better card to play versus the 4 energy 2-drop Gyutaro. Following that, we're going to be playing 2 of the 3-cost Ruis. Now, Rui is more so of a filler versus a card with any real purpose, but even then I do like it, mainly because of the fact that it does generate 2 energy, and it has a nice little effect that if you do end up sidelining a card this turn, you can just play this card next to be able to take care of one of your enemy's fodder cards if they're trying to chump block with it. So it's a really good way to try to clear your board while still establishing that board presence, plus it's a nice little buff trigger for an additional bit of spice. And of course, this is a demon deck, so you already know we gotta be playing 4 of the Muzan's Bloods. You know, your restand AP cards. Must we always said, you play 4, stop trolling. Now following that, we are playing 4 of the Flying Blood Sickles. Yes, this is your special trigger, so that means this is the kill card you're gonna be running in the deck. Of course, not pretty standard, pretty straightforward. You kill a creature with 3k or less BP, I should say, and you have Gyutaro out on the field that jumps up to 5k BP. So it's a pretty nice, pretty good kill card. You do want to play it in the deck, and yeah, nothing more needs to be said. And to finish everything off, we have the man of the hour, never sweet, always sour. We have the 4 energy, 1 AP Gyutaro. Now, this of course is one of your main hitters of the deck. And the reason I say that is because it has this nice little ability that when it's rated, once per turn, when this card attacks and wins a battle, it can attack again. I don't know about you, but what that basically says to me is that this character basically has impact. Because what you're gonna do is that, hey, your opponent's gonna block this card with a 4k or less beater or blocker, and the next thing you know, you stand him back up and he's able to attack again. So they're gonna look at that and see like, why would I do that? I'm just gonna take the damage so that way I can avoid losing 2 of my characters. Or in some cases, they can't afford to take the damage, so all they have left to do is to take the 2 hits or to block with 2 characters. So this card is pretty good. It also has an additional effect that when it's attacking, if Daki's on your field, which with how the way the deck works, more than likely it's gonna be true, you're able to draw an additional card. So this is more draw power to be able to fuel your hand to be able to further advance your plays. And if that's not good enough, this card's a rare. It's not even an SR, it's not even like a double SR or anything of that nature. This card is a freaking rare. So that means you're gonna be playing this card or pulling this card way more likely than you're gonna be pulling your Dakis. And to me, I feel as though this card is stronger than Daki, honestly. So that's just another added bonus of it. He's definitely the man of the hour. He is never sweet. This man's also always, and I mean always sour. Just look at that face. That's a sour face. And there you have it. Like I mentioned earlier, this is a little bit of spice that you can sprinkle into the deck just to twist it and tweak it to your fancy or how you want to be able to play it. But overall, I really do like this Daki and Gyutaro combo that's going on with this deck profile, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to be playing this deck for a long time to come. So if you like the video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. It really does help us out. Also check down the description down below to check out many other deck profiles down in the past, as well as our latest video that we released a couple of days ago. Once again, I've been R from DJR Union, and I hope you guys have a fantastic day.